All right, let's handle uploading the course image. And for this, we've created an upload course image data object. We haven't filled in anything yet, so let's import that class. And let's quickly go in and fill in the information that we need. So public, what we expect to come into the request is an uploaded file data type, which is a file data type in Laravel. Okay, so this is going to be a file, and we are going to call it cover image. And that's the only thing that we expect to get in the request, which means we can validate it here. It should be required. It should be a file, and it should be one of these MIME types. So MIMEs, we'll just say we want only JPEG, so JPG and JPEG. If you want to handle other file types, PNGs maybe, you can add it in there. And that's all we need for the upload file data. Over here in the controller, we need to upload that file. So we just say course equals upload course image action, which is the action we already created. And that action is going to take the data, which is the upload course image data, and the course that we want to upload the image for. When that's done, we simply return a course resource, and we just set it to course, which means at this point, what we need to do is handle the upload process here in our control or in the action. Now, to handle the upload process, we are going to be using the Laravel Media Library package by Sparty Labs again. And this package just helps us handle file uploads in a very decent way in the Laravel project. We can save our files to a disk in our file system or to a cloud system if we want to. In this case, for cover images, we're just going to create a local disk in our project and save the files in there. So let's quickly install the Laravel Media Library package. And again, look at the URL here, and you should be able to go to that to this page. So over in the project, I'm going to copy the composer command to install the Sparty Laravel Media Library package. And we need to publish the migration files because it does come with certain migrations that we need to publish. And the files are actually tracked in the database for us. So we do have a new migration that if we open here and go to migrations, you see that we have a media table that contains all the information required to create and save our media files. So you see that every media object is related to other models as a morph many relationship or a morph one. So this is a polymorphic relationship, which means you can attach media objects to any model in your application, and they'll all be stored in this media table, and then you can reference them as required in the other models. So let's run this migration. And now to use the package, we need to go to the model where we want to handle the files or that we want to attach the files to. And the first thing is we need to implement. So implements has media. And this is a contract that comes with the media library package. And you can see there's a squiggly line here to say, hey, we've not completed because we're implementing this contract. There are some methods in the contract that need to be implemented in the class that will be creating that will be attaching images to. And to get the methods, we need to call the interacts with media trait. So use interacts with media. And again, this is coming from the Sparty Labs, so we import that, and that error is gone. Okay, so this basically adds a bunch of new methods in our model, like the media, which is a relationship to the media object or the media model, and how to retrieve a media file or add a media file to a model, and everything related to uploading files is handled in this thread. And so all the images that we upload to our system, we are going to save them in a folder called covers. And that will be a file system or a local disk on our file system, okay? So we need to create a disk called covers. Again, you can call the disk whatever you want, but I'd like to call it covers. And in that file system, we'll basically upload all the images related to the models in there. So in storage, app, public, I'm going to create a folder called media. And in there, I'm going to create a subfolder called covers, which will be where all the cover images for our courses will be saved. And back to the configuration and file system, we need to create a disk that points to that covers directory that we just created. So here, just say covers. And in here, we just define the parameters for this disk. So driver will be local. You can see that here you have other disks like the S3, which is saved to S3, to Amazon S3. The public disk is just stored in the Laravel public directory, which is a storage app public. But we want to store our files in a subdirectory called the media directory or the covers directory. So we are going to define this. We provide a root, and the root is going to be storage path. And in the storage path, we want that to go in the app, public, media, covers subdirectory. Then we want to specify what the URL will be to retrieve those images or to access them. So it will be the app URL concatenated with storage, media, covers. So when we generate URLs for the images that we upload, it will basically be pointing to this directory. Now, back in our course model, we are going to register a media collection called covers, and that is where the media library will be pointing all the cover images to when we upload them. So here we just say public function register media collections, and we just return this add media collection. We call it covers. Again, you can call this collection anything you want. And we say it should use the disk. So use disk covers, which is the disk that we just created. Okay. So all the files that we upload for covers, we are going to point them to this collection, and we'll ask them to use the covers disk. Now, with this disk created and with our image created in the disk, I want to write an accessor to retrieve the cover image for the course, okay? Because right now we have the possibility of uploading many different images to a given course, but I only want to return the first image for that course and the most recent image for the course. So here, I'm just going to write a function, public function, and I'll call it get cover image URL attribute. And there are two possibilities here. Before the instructor uploads a course image, we need to provide some default image so that we can show that to the front end. Because at this point, if there is no image whatsoever, then we'll simply return a null, and we don't want to return a null to the front end. We want a placeholder image that we can display to the user to say, hey, you haven't uploaded an image yet. So I have a default image that I'm going to store in my covers disk here, which we are going to pull in and provide to the user if the user has not uploaded the image. And this is what it looks like. It's just a placeholder and it says no image. And I'm going to copy that over to my covers file system. And so if there's no file created yet, we'll simply return that file to the user. And if the file is created, then we'll return the first cover image that was uploaded by the user. So here we need to check to see if this course has a file that was already uploaded by the instructor, okay? And to check whether a file exists or whether the instructor has uploaded a file, we can just go to the use interacts with media trait that comes with the Sparty package, and it does have a method called hasMedia. So if we look down somewhere in the middle, in fact, if we just search hasMedia, then we see that it does have a function called hasMedia, which takes the collection name. In our case, the collection will be covers, and it checks to see if that collection has a media that was uploaded by the instructor. So we are going to use that to do the check here. So if this has media, then we are going to return the media. Otherwise, we are going to return the default image that we provided. So here we just say return storage. So the default image is stored in storage disk, covers. And in here, we can get the URL for that cover image. And it's just going to be default.jpg or .png. Now, this will only happen if the user has not provided or has not uploaded an image. But if the user has uploaded an image, then we should return the uploaded image. So we can do that by return this get first media URL, and it takes the name of the collection that we want to retrieve the image from. In this case, the name of the collection we defined was cover, okay? So we are basically going to say return the first image in this collection, and that's it. So if we try and return the URL for any given course now, it should return the default image if the user has not uploaded a file. But if they have uploaded a file, then it should return the file that was uploaded. Let's quickly test this by going to our course resource. And in the course resource, let's add a field called cover. And we'll just say this cover image URL. And now over in Postman, let's try to get the information for the course again. So let's close this, get course basic information, for instance, try and return that. And we do see that we get the path to the default image because we have not uploaded any image for this course. And if we try and access that, we do get the no image that we uploaded to be our default image. So once we upload the image, this should change and return the URL of the actual image that was uploaded. So in the next lesson, we are actually going to handle the image upload, and using the file system and the disk that we've created, we will be able to get the image uploaded to the system and then display it to the user in the front end.